but yeah, basically what we experienced in 2022 was that actually, yep, crypto sure as fuck is correlated to bonds. And as interest rates go up, bond prices go down.
Right.
And as interest rates go up, equity prices go down, and as interest rates go up, crypto goes down a ton. Right. And what we want ideally is to see things go the other way.
Yeah.
So back to quantitative easing, back to zero interest rates. That's what's going to actually send us flying again. And
do you think we're going to go back to zero? You think we're going to go back to zero? Because I think we only go as low as maybe like 2.5 or 3%. Like,
sure.
Because I think that's probably, now obviously I'm not in that space and stuff, but like I'm a big Fed fan and stuff. Been a long time since I was a kid, basically. But if this is my speculation. I sort of think that they're dropping the rate maybe like 200 basis points sometime next year, and that'll be nice.
I mean, we still have inflation, right? So they can't. They're not going to go to zero unless like there's negative inflation,
right.
And they're panicking about something. The two times we went to zero, right? Was basically the Lehman Brothers, right? So the whole financial system was collapsing, right? We were minutes away from like basically the end of the Western financial system, right, in 2008.
Yep.
This was back when Dylan was in elementary school. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this feels like yesterday to me, but in any case,
I remember shaving. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so that there was that, and then there was the COVID lockdown.
Right.
We had 2%, 3% is not necessarily that's kind of what people think the natural rate of inflation is on average, right? So
it's the historical average.
Ideally, we shouldn't really necessarily go to zero unless there's something really amiss.
Right.
And but even going from 5 down to 2 is going to push up asset prices a ton.
Yeah.
So we may start to see that.
Yeah, because I have a lot of friends of mine that like own a fuck ton of real estate and stuff like that, and they pretty much are kind of in accordance with me now that they think even real estate really bottoms out like second or third quarter of next year. Anyway, because if we're only getting 2 more rate hike increases, then that pretty much mean like 9 months later it pretty much bottoms out, and then if they lower rates, then the market, because it's like there's like a bottom for cash buyer, and then versus like people trying to take a debt out.
Makes sense. Yeah. So the question is really just when do they start cutting?
Right.
I think the rates are already pretty toppy now. It's just and the market's already pricing in much lower rates. So we could be disappointed if they actually just leave them there, which they could do.
That's what I believe.
The market's already expecting that they're going to start cutting. So the yield curve's basically pointing in that direction for the latter half of this year and next year. So yeah, that could definitely turn into potentially either very good news or bad news. But that's really what's going to drive things like general asset prices.